Hi, I'm Tisha,
I'm Loren.
and this is the Open Booked podcast. Today, we are talking about Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
This is this this is going to be a series, right? Like there's more coming
Yeah,
eventually.
they're fucking better. Okay, yeah, I think so. If you go to her Instagram, which I did today, because I got on Reddit, I got everywhere. I'm trying to figure out the second book. It says WIP
Okay.
something metal something book two. And so I
Okay.
was like, okay, so she's actively writing it right now. Let me see. She called the series something. I literally just had it pulled up. Okay, I'll have to find it. Rachel Schneider. Yeah, there she is. WIP Fire and Metal Book 2. So it's going to be the Fire
Okay.
and Metal series. I couldn't find anywhere how many or anything like that, but there is going to be more books. Praise the Lord.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we looked it up. The next one's going to be called Light Wielder.
Light Wielder, but no release date.
Yeah, but there's already reviews.
There's already reviews? So did she give out some arcs before finishing editing?
It says 13 ratings and 10 reviews. So
Should we message her and ask for an arc?
Oh, but all of the reviews are literally just like, just waiting for book two. I need this book now. Like,
I agree. Okay,
stop.
don't write a review. That's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. You,
Ew. Yeah.
we don't do that.
We don't do that. You write a review when you finish the book, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be misleading. So what are you reading?
I'm listening to, I gotta look it up because it's a long name. Reign of Shadows and Endings. It's the Legacy series by Melissa Roerich. Roehrich. Roerich.
Is it a romantasy? I haven't heard of it.
It's
Fantasy?
new ish.
Okay.
Um, I've seen a couple posts about it. I think I might have actually sent you one from that Emma that did like the whole breakdown, like battle brief of Onyx Storm.
Yes. Wait, what'd you say the name of it is?
Reign of Shadows and Endings.
Okay.
I think she DNF'd it though. Yeah.
Well, she DNF'd 3 books trying to get over Onyx Storm.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny you mentioned her because obviously it was my birthday a couple days ago, so I got lots of Barnes and Noble gift cards. So I went shopping,
Mm-hmm.
and she said these were the books that got her over
Yes.
Onyx Storm, and
Yeah.
then got her back in a slump, and so I bought them. But if
Yeah.
she liked them and got her through Onyx Storm, I trusted her. So anyways, I bought both of them.
Yeah. I've seen
Are
a
you
lot
liking it?
about both of those.
Yeah, and they were in the young adult section, so I was like, because I couldn't find them. I actually was looking for them. And I usually don't shop in young adult. I go like romance thriller and then the fantasy section. And
Mm-hmm.
I was on the fantasy and turned my head and they popped out at me from young adult. And I was like, okay, maybe I need to start peeking young adult some too. That's not really like my genre, but
Yeah.
no, I'm really excited. Are you reading a paper book or a Kindle book too, or just listening to that right now?
Reading still Face Shifters because
Okay.
I just finished what you call it on Friday. This book, Metal Slinger.
Oh yeah.
No, I finished it yesterday.
Saturday. Yeah. I finished Metal Slinger way earlier than I anticipated because I started it early because when I have to read on Kindle, now anyone
Mhm.
listening, there's no audiobook available of this book. I couldn't even
Mm-mm.
find the paper book at Walmart or Barnes and Noble. I've only found it on KU.
Mhm.
What drew me to this book, which I think you had seen it too, so when I brought it up, you were like, yeah, all of these people, book talkers, are saying, you guys have to read this book. It's so good. It's helping me get through Onyx Storm. I feel like we're all just trying to survive post Onyx Storm right now
Mhm.
collectively. So, yeah, so I found it and was like, oh, it's on KU, so we did it. So if we mispronounce any of these names or whatever, sorry, no audiobook is even available to purchase. They haven't even made one yet. I
Uh-huh.
read that there's going to have one in the summer or something.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I hope we pronounce these names right. We'll see. But I finished that earlier. So on paper, when I went to Barnes and Noble, I didn't even know this book existed. So you're gonna be surprised. You actually, I don't know if you know or not. This book is the sequel to that Great Gatsby book we read. Do you remember the name of it,
Okay, yeah.
Charlie? What was it called? Beautiful Villain. You loved
Yes.
it. I thought it was really
Uh-huh.
good too, but you loved it.
Yeah.
This is a sequel to that, and it has sprayed
Okay.
red edges. Yeah, I always go when I get a book because I've learned the hard way. You guys have, if you've been listening a while, you know we'll pick out random books in the middle of a series on accident. So I had
Yeah.
my Goodreads ready, scanned every book. Saw this was book 2, and when I clicked on the series, the first one it said red, and I'm like, bet, okay, I'm ahead of the game. Anyway, so that's what I'm reading, paper book. And then finally the fourth Devil's Night book is out on Everand. The book that I have been waiting for about the dancing on the table video for weeks is finally available. So I'll finish that this week. But I did start another book. I've gotten like 2 chapters in. We talked about this the other night. Since Metal Slinger, after Onyx Storm, I'm having a hard time getting into any other book. So I started the Book of Azrael, which I have
Mm-hmm.
seen this all over Book Talk for a couple of years, honestly. Turns out it's like a 4-book series. So I started that. Maybe I'll be able to get through it now that there's been some time, but I mean, Metal Slinger just put me back in a slump.
Yeah. It's a definite cliffhanger.
Yeah. And with no end in sight, just like after Onyx Storm, I'm like, why did I do this to myself again?
Yeah.
But I decided I'm going to do this big project, okay? Because when I went to Barnes & Noble, every book I had to go, did I have that? Do I have that? I took pictures of my bookshelves before, but I'm like zooming in, and I'm like, this is sad. So I decided I'm going to create another shelf on Goodreads and call it To Be Read, like, own physical copy. So that when I go and I scan books, it'll pop up. And the good thing is, all of these books I already have, I can just get the scanner, keep it open, and then just add to that shelf. So, I mean, it'll probably take me an hour or so, I would think, but, like, I think it'll save me a lot of time.
Yeah, shopping at the store.
Yeah, which I don't do that often. Like I said, I got some gift cards, so I got to do the whole, book shopping experience. But, yeah, and I didn't need any because now I have to start stacking on the side again. But hey, I love it. Okay, in current events, Michelle, I think it's Trachtenberg,
Yeah.
died. So sad. And when I saw her picture, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's been in so much stuff. Inspector Gadget, Ice Princess, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, Harriet the Spy.
Harriet the Spy, Gossip Girl.
Regina. Yep.
Yeah, Blake Lively made a little heartfelt post about her.
Mm-hmm.
I roll.
Yeah. But so did you see the post? Because she was like, she always had yummy lip gloss. I'm like,
wait,
so fucking
she said
weird
that?
to say. Yeah.
You're trying to say you guys like had a lesbian moment or what?
Yeah, she's like, she always had like caramel popcorn flavored lip gloss or some flavor. And she's like, she always had yummy lip gloss. I'm like, are you trying to make it seem like you use yummy, in normal conversation because of your lawsuit? And you tried to say that that wasn't real when you said it to Justin, or what's going on?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good thought.
Mm-hmm.
She's so out of touch at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's very sad. I've heard that the family's not doing an autopsy, so they're not going to even have a cause of death, that it's very natural causes, but also knew that she has had health issues, liver specifically, like she'd had liver transplant replacement of some sort. I did always think her color was off. Now looking back, you see her in photos next to people, and her color just doesn't look normal, and you don't think about it until now, and you're like, oh, liver's like, when people have liver issues, their color's off. So it's very, very sad. She was 39, very young. Grew up watching her, so kind of makes you think a little.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad stuff. In other news, our president kicked the Ukrainian president out of the White House. Motherfucker showed up in a tracksuit. But first and foremost, can we talk about that?
All black.
All black. You're going to meet the most influential leader in the world. Let's be real. Whoever is our president at the time is the most powerful, influential person in the world. You can't convince me otherwise. It's just being America, okay? In a fucking tracksuit, and the media asking him, like,
do you own a suit?
Do you own a suit? And he's like, maybe I'll wear a suit next time nicer than yours or something. And I'm like, honestly, the dude was a dick. Like, you don't roll up to someone bankrolling your war. Like I said, I don't give a shit who the president is. You don't
Mm-hmm.
show up in a tracksuit. You don't show up with a bad attitude to someone who's literally signing checks for you.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? I guess he's in with the King of England today. Like, oh, dad number one got mad and kicked me out, so I'm gonna go to dad number two. But we're like aligned with England, so I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how far that's gonna get him. Or maybe we're not. I've always thought we were.
I have no idea. I don't pay attention enough.
Well, Canada, they're England.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that whole situation has them pissed off at us.
Maybe. Who knows?
But we all know the king doesn't have any real power.
No, all just
Maybe
for
it's just a
show.
publicity stunt.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the memes about that are hilarious. I don't know if you've seen them. Saturday Night Live did a skit already. I know, it was actually pretty funny.
We gotta watch that.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, I don't blame them. He was being a fucking
Mm-mm.
dick. The highlights of it, I'm like, you are a disrespect. He acted like a disrespectful, spoiled little kid that got told no at the candy aisle. That's what he was acting like. It's not like they were trying to tell him to do anything crazy. They're like, you need to sign this and stop this war before it becomes World War III. It's my understanding of what was trying to happen. Oh well.
Yeah.
Guess what? Another week, more plane drama.
Oh my gosh. It's nonstop at this point.
It's nonstop. Again, I'm thinking like we're just hearing about stuff more. This can't just be this much of a coincidence. All over the world, it's just like, were we hidden from that before? Or because of that big out of the normal one in DC? Like, I think we've said this the past few weeks. It's so much and it's so scary, but the biggest one I saw this week, actually there's three big ones, but the one I saw the video of, there was a Southwest flight landing, private plane right across the runway, or a small plane. The captain, pilot, I think they call them captains, they do, killed it. He pulled that shit right up.
Yeah.
I'm like, he literally saved everybody's life. Literally every person on that plane's life.
Yeah.
Quick thinking, paying attention, disaster averted. But I'm sure his seat was in his butt cheeks. Let's be real.
Yeah. And all of those passengers are like, not us.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
true. Another one that could have been big but was a false alarm was there was a flight from JFK to New Delhi that there was a bomb threat on the plane. And they made them divert. So during the threat, then they went around to go back. And then I think ended up circling down to Rome because it was like the closest place they could get like fighter. So they got like escorted in with fighter jets.
I saw that. Yeah.
Turns out it was a false alarm. I never heard anything about if it was like a call in, somebody on the plane that the marshal arrested. I don't know. I just know it's a false alarm. So I wonder, it could have been an email. I mean, it could have been a Facebook post. God only knows like how they figured out that there was a threat in the first place. But whoever did that needs to face consequences, because how much money did the military lose? And then all of these people on the flight, what if they were on a connection? Like, that is shitty. And then the one you told me about, Delta flight had to do an emergency landing in Atlanta from smoke filling the cabin.
Yeah, they said it was like a haze, or it looked like smoke and it was just filling the cabin and everybody's freaking out. So it did the emergency landing. I never heard what it actually was though, like what caused it or why. So no idea.
Yeah, and then the National Cheer Association, two dads had some beef.
Yeah, apparently. I saw a few TikToks and even reels about it yesterday. I have a friend that was actually there, but didn't really see anything from her. I think she shared something about it, but I mean, the stadium was full, or I guess arena. It was full, and then somebody said they heard gunshots and everybody is running for their lives. And then they came back, I guess. The police, of course, showed up, evacuated everything, checked the area. They said there wasn't actual gunshots. It was just two dads fighting. I don't know, but it's crazy. 2025 is starting out to be a wild freaking year.
I watched this recap There's this guy, he wears a bucket hat. Have you seen his videos and he makes it like a song? Let's recap 2 years into 2025. Have you seen those?
Mm-mm.
I need to I need to find it and send it to you, but he's been doing it since like a long time, since TikTok probably started. But
Mm-hmm.
he'll go back in time and be like 2009 and then like do all the hits from that year. It's fun
Mm-hmm.
for me to like go back and watch those, but I hadn't forgotten, but like I had kind of forgotten about the New Year's Day terrorist attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that happened. All of the plane incidents, freaking Drake Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl. Did we talk about the drone video of Drake? Because did you see that?
Mm-mm.
Oh my god. Okay, so Drake was in his apartment, I guess in Australia. He has an apartment. And somebody got a drone like the week after the Super Bowl. And when he's like on his balcony or whatever. Okay, you saw that TikTok I made where Drake like is throwing the shoe?
Yeah.
It's on okay, that was from that video. He gets a shoe and it's like the worst throw in the world. It's terrible. I was crying. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, you do that anywhere, Missouri or down, that drone's clapped. And you get
Yeah.
a freaking shoe. Ah, the way he was like running around. You have to watch it. I'm literally
Oh man. I'll have to find it and we'll link it.
yeah, I'll see if I can find it and send it to you. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to find it. I don't have it fresh. The Oscars are tonight that we're recording this, so as the time they air, it'll be 5 days old. But usually there's some drama. Isn't that where Will Smith slapped somebody one time?
Mm-hmm. Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Keep her motherfucking name out your motherfucking mouth.
Yeah.
There's a part of me that still thinks that was like for show because no one watches award shows anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, it had negative effects on his career, so who knows?
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe him and Chris Rock have way more beef than we thought. Because I think if you go back and watch that, he's laughing at it until he saw her face.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, oh, she's pissed.
But she's made such a mockery of their marriage, their family, their whole relationship. Like,
Girl,
you got nobody to blame but yourself.
you're going to get joked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other worldly events you'd like to discuss before we jump into the emotional roller coaster that is this book?
I don't think so. We are finally into March, so that's exciting.
Yes, it's almost Fat Tuesday is Tuesday, and then St. Patrick's Day is a little over 2 weeks. Excuses to drink and have fun.
And then spring will be here, and we'll all have to
Tornadoes.
sleep with our clothes on.
Yeah. Our local, I say our local Arkansas storm chaser. We follow, we love him. Zach Hall, March 1st, his meteorologist spring says, everybody stop sleeping naked, y'all.
It's the start of tornado season.
Yeah, and guess what? We're coming out with a bang. In 2 days, we have possible tornadoes. I'm just hoping for a new roof. You know, I really need a new roof. I need that insurance claim. I'm joking about it because I don't, if you guys haven't listened, our very first podcast episode was the day after a world record breaking tornado outbreak. There wasn't one, there was like 6. I think actually ended up being 7.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was less than a mile from me. You had one probably a mile maybe from you.
Yeah.
We were very lucky. Then I had another one in the fall. Totally. If I would have been looking out my window, I could have seen that shit because a person posted look, I got a picture of the tornado on Facebook, and it's the airport that's my backyard where the fucking tornado was, so freaked me out. I was looking out the wrong direction window, thank God. Or I would have been shitting my pants, for lack of a better way. Anyway, so I had 2 very close calls last year, and so I'm just, making jokes to get through it because tornadoes freak me out. Anyways, you ready to get in the book?
Yeah.
Okay, spoiler alert. Yes. We're going to spoil it. And this book has a cliffhanger, huge shock ending. If you like romantasy or fantasy in general, and you're listening to support us, but might read this book in the future, now is your cue to turn it off because you do not want this spoiled, okay?
Yeah, no.
You do not want this spoiled. Read it and then come back, okay? I don't think there's any triggers or anything.
I don't
Maybe
think so. Maybe just like, yeah, kidnapping, magic.
Parent death not depicted.
Yeah. Death depicted.
Depicted.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Maybe deceit.
Deceit with a capital D. Dear God. Okay, let's go in. I got some questions to talk through. So we'll just dive into those. And again, if we're not pronouncing these names right, we made them up in our brains because we did not listen to the audiobook. I'm interested to see if we pronounce them the same.
Yeah.
Okay. How does Jovi's past as a lost princess influence her actions and choices throughout the story? Did you say Jovi? Okay, we got that one the same. Here's the deal with this question. Did she
it
know
has
or did
great
she
influence.
Not know?
Exactly.
It has great influence.
Yeah. I mean, before and after, you know.
Before and after.
So she has to constantly think of that and how she would react in that situation, knowing or not knowing. So
yeah,
it's wild.
And we think she doesn't know for a while. Then
I mean, yeah,
we realize she
to
knows
the end.
all along. Yeah, so it makes you think through that question a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what are your interpretations of I called him Acker?
Yeah, that's what I got too.
Okay. I thought about this and I'm like, they're technically beefing with her country.
Mm-hmm.
I think he just had such a deep connection with her from childhood that he just couldn't, it was like a personal mission.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because he promised her mom directly that he would be the one to find her or retrieve her in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, what about Bo, his sister? What did you think of her?
I was shocked.
I was too. Okay, at first I didn't like read her, but
yeah, I was like, okay, what's going on? I felt like from the beginning that was it her and no, it was Hollis. Is that how you said it? Hollis or Hallis? Because it's Hallis.
Her boyfriend,
his best friend.
Her boyfriend?
They're not technically together because they act like they hate each other.
Wait. His Acker's best friend.
Acker's best friend.
I was saying Hollis.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, they act like they hate each other, so I don't know.
He's in love with her though, because she said
for sure.
him, "Does she know that you're in love with her?" And he's like, or something. Like he didn't deny it.
Yeah. But just the way that she can read people's auras, I feel like that's going to probably come in a lot more in the next book.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't really know what to expect from her because she's very kind of secretive, and then it's really secretive.
Well, and then she hated the dad, but you thought, okay, she hates the dad, but she's loyal to Acker. Mm-hmm. But at the end, I was like, we need the bonus chapter on the conversation of how Jovi recruited her ass.
Yeah, like where did that come in? Like, was it after like their first meeting when she could read her real aura and
or did she already know her? Were they already communicating before?
Like, was she part of the rebellion before all of this happened somehow? I don't.
Right.
So I wonder. I feel like there has to be like a prequel almost.
There could be. Maybe she's writing one. This could be built out so much. Mm-hmm. She put this book right in the middle. Mm-hmm. Like, that she could build this so much. Okay, the term Metal Slinger. Why do you think... Well, obviously that's the title, and that's what they called Acker. My question... I'm changing this question from the... I'm going off script here. I felt like the book was more about Jovi, so why wouldn't it be called something to do with her and instead of Acker? Is Acker the main character or is Jovi the main character?
I feel like they both are equal. Like, it's both of them.
Yeah.
We see a lot more, I think, from her point of view, but I think it's pretty even for both of them.
Okay. And if the second book's going to be called Lightbringer,
Wielder. Yeah.
Wielder, then I mean that makes sense because each of their powers. But okay, so did you think I was trying to picture where they lived on the water, and all I could come up with was where Obi-Wan Kenobi flies in Star Wars to get all of the drones. Do you remember? It's like it's like an ocean planet with huge ass waves and like a metal thing sticking out of the ocean.
Did you ever watch Waterworld with Kevin
No.
Costner?
Uh-uh.
That's what I pictured.
Okay, I need to watch it.
So, I mean, it's old. Probably like 1992. Like,
Wow, okay.
old movie. But that's kind of what I pictured. But it's just like a floating island or floating community. And yeah, it's unique. But that's kind of what I pictured. But also, just the way they talked about things seemed kind of like it was just offshore. Like, they're still close or connected to an island, but
There's no land though. They don't have any
yeah.
dirt.
Yeah.
Maybe they
I
make
don't
it
know.
look like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's insane. I'm like, this is very creative story. It's not like the other ones you read. That's what I liked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think when you read romantasy, like you expect certain common things. We've talked about this before, like with the
Mm-hmm.
mind to mind bond and blah blah blah. Which
Mm-hmm.
there was a little of that in here, but it was different, and that's
Yes.
what I appreciated.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about the elephant in the room. Okay, let's just talk about it. The first shock I had was when Messer showed up as a panther, and he was the bird the whole time.
Yes. I was
It
like,
was like,
wait a minute.
honestly, Messer is the Riddick of this book, and I love
Yes.
him. He
Yes.
is the
Love
Riddick of
him.
this book. No, he's a great side character. He needs his own book. Absolutely. Love, love, love. Yeah, so when he showed up, I was like, okay, so he knows more. But still didn't context clue me to the depth of this
No.
con. Then I agree with what's his face, Hacker. When she finally did the thing at the end,
Mm-hmm.
she should have kept playing the long game, in my opinion. She
Yeah.
should have just taken his like public denouncing of that other bitch,
Mm-hmm.
gotten married,
Yeah.
or matched or whatever, and then killed the dad in his sleep or some shit.
Yeah.
Why did it have to be so? Not that I didn't love the story. Why did it have to be so theatrical? Did they want everyone to know so they'd go to like active war? Or she could have just sneakily and quietly done it over the years and maintained the relationship, because she wasn't faking her feelings for him. And she even says that. Like, no, they actually are matched or mated, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
She actually does love him. None of that was fake.
Yeah.
But she had to ruin it all by being theatrical.
Mm-hmm.
But the other guy probably thinks that she's in love with him.
Mm-hmm.
Blonde boy.
Can't
even think of his name.
Kai.
Yeah. The first page, I was like, ugh, the main male character has blonde hair. No offense, blonde boys. Yeah, so, anyways, yeah, the shock I felt at that moment.
Yeah.
I literally walked around my house like this. I told Jesse, I want to throw my Kindle, and he was like, you're not getting another one if you break it. And I'm like, I'm not going to, but I want
to. Yeah, I was just shocked. Like, wait. Like, I reread the part that said the night after the storm. I was like, why are we going backward? What happened? And then I was like, oh my gosh, why? How? What?
Okay, we didn't talk about the other shock. That Acker's mom is her fucking neighbor. And they all think she's dead, right?
Yes.
And she never even got to tell him that. She never even got to tell him that. And he didn't see her because when she was sneaking him out, he'd put like his hood up and was like hiding.
Yeah. I wonder, like, I want to know what would have happened if somehow she had seen him. Like, would he have recognized her? Would she have recognized him? Yeah.
So what if, this is kind of my theory, she was there on purpose to watch out for her,
That's what I was
as
thinking
part of
too.
like the thing with their families and they're matched since they were kids or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like that she was there and was like, okay, my husband's a royal rotten piece of shit. He has a mistress that's a librarian, a love child with that one, hates her life. I'm gonna fake my death and go watch out for my future daughter-in-law.
Oh my God, what if she kidnapped her and faked her death?
What if she did nap her? They still haven't determined who kidnapped her, right?
No, they
I thought it
think
was
it's
Kai's
Ren.
dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, mystery solved, case closed.
And that's why she lives next door to her. Oh my gosh.
And she would have dropped her off at the palace to like grow up,
Yeah.
learn, train, get educated.
Hmm.
You're thinking with both brains now. Yeah, I like it.
Now we just
What did
gotta
you
wait
think?
forever to find out.
Yeah, now we just gotta. The fact she's working on it is already better than Rebecca Yaros because we know she hadn't even started it yet.
Yeah. She hasn't even started the in-between book that she has to write before she'll start this.
Book talk is revolting.
Yeah.
Honestly, I keeps going back and forth with genres. I'm stuck on romantasy. I am stuck on every time I'm like, oh, let me read a fluffy romance. I do, and then I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, back to romantasy. I'm like, that must be my favorite genre.
Yeah, I need to find a good thriller, another one.
Yeah. That Gillian McAllister book we got for Book of the Month might be a good one for us.
Famous last words. Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna do that next week?
Maybe we need to dive into that. Is there an Audible? Because that's what I need. I'm so tired of reading with my eyeballs.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. She's a great author too. We're famous. She replied to my story. I don't know if you guys remember us talking about that. It's kind of a big deal.
Yes.
I already think that I'm famous from having one video on TikTok get over 200,000
Oh my
views.
gosh.
No, it's at 206 this morning. Literally, guys, I spent 5 seconds on it. It's a picture I took on our vacation with a meme of a little girl talking about pina coladas. Posted at a random time, not even a funny caption, nothing. Me when I see water is what I put. Fucking popped off. And I'm like, why can't that happen all the time? But my husband was making fun of me because I thought I was so cool. And he's like, can I have your autograph? And I'm like, shut up. Anyways, back to the book. What did you think of the world building in this? I think that's a common topic on fantasy, romantasy, us discussing the world building. I thought she did a great job.
Yeah, I feel like it was similar to how Rebecca does it. It's not overbearing. It's just detailed enough that you can picture it well in your mind and you're not like inundated with information straight out the gate. Like it's just a little bit at a time. You have time to kind of, it's almost like when you go to a new place and you know, where you are, you get the immediate picture. And then kind of as they move around and as they do things, you get a little bit more.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it was like a progressive build, which if I had to pick, that would be how I would always want it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this is a question. Do you think that she really had her memories and knew who he was the whole time, or were they really coming back as she got away from the ocean, like on land? Because she was faking like they were starting to come back and she remembered them.
I think she had the basic memories maybe fed to her as she was growing up. But I think whatever she was like seeing and dreaming about, I think those were like truly coming back to her as she was getting more time on land.
Interesting. Okay. And you think that the romance between them two is real? I do. But some people don't. Okay.
I don't think you could fake the like dream walking to him.
Yeah.
I don't think you could fake that. Like, no.
Yeah. Man, the scene with the glass and shit, I was like, okay, how do you hide that? I know she's invisible and all, but like, don't stand up.
Yeah. I was like, okay, just nobody's going to notice. He's got a heart on when he stands up and walks away.
He's moving his glass in a particular direction over and over again. Okay, so let's do this. What are your predictions for the sequel / what do you want to see?
I want more information about her and Bo for sure. About the whole rebellion, how they like plan to move forward, because like you said, they could have just gone through this motions of getting married and doing all that, and she could have done the murder of the father behind the scenes, and he could have like naturally risen to king, or she could have done it the way she did it. And that's a lot more theatrical. It's a lot more like death is on your doorstep. Like, we're going to war now. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully
Yeah.
there'll be like a why to that in the next one.
Yeah, I agree. I want that. I also want more color on his mom.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how she ended up there. If she actually knew who she was. She took her. Like, I need the whole story. I need him to know, too. I need her to tell him.
Yeah.
I want to see if he tries to go back.
Yeah.
Okay, who's your favorite character?
Messer.
Me too. Why do we pick the goofy guy every time?
Because they're the most like well-rounded. Like, they're devoted to protecting our female main character. They're funny. They're stupid.
Yep.
Like, all of the things.
Yes. Entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. Did you like the perspective from the book, or do you wish we got some more perspectives?
I think for the purpose of it, I think we got just enough. But I do hope to see more in the second one to kind of see how everyone else is feeling about it.
Yeah.
Like, I want more
No,
from
I
Bo's
agree.
perspective too.
I want some bows. I want some messers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like it when they flip around if it makes sense in the story.
Yeah.
I really like it when it flips between the two, the male main character and the female main character.
Mm-hmm.
But I know in this instance, it would have been like detrimental to the storyline to know everything that Aker knew
Mm-hmm.
early, because it we wouldn't have like it just wouldn't have been part of the story. I think it would have messed things up.
Yeah.
But maybe in the second one, or I don't
Ooh,
know.
I
Maybe the
also
third.
want to know where the dad went, where the king went. Because he was
I
gone for like
think
a week.
they said he ran off with a girlfriend, I thought. Supposedly.
Bo said he's known to do that, but did he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he
I guess
running
that's the
off?
question.
Is he running off to meet Acker's mom?
How would she get back and forth? Maybe there's some magic we don't know about how to transport.
Maybe.
Yeah, interesting thought. Where did he go? He's a
Yeah.
piece of crap. When I just kind of think all the rulers currently are pieces of crap and all the kids should just be ruling now.
Yeah. Kind of like our own government.
Mm-hmm. Let's get 80, 90-year-olds out, please.
Yeah.
Give us the 35 to 50-year-olds, honestly.
Literally.
Yeah. This book just makes me think. I'm telling you, I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
I know it was a little tough to get into at the beginning,
Yeah.
but worth it.
Yeah.
Did you like it that much? Did you give it 5 stars?
Yeah. Like, you kept saying it was so good, and I was like a third of the way into it, and I was like, am I missing something? Like,
Is this the
I'm
same
not
book?
seeing it. Yeah. I was like, is there another Metal Slinger I don't know about? But yeah, once they like get on land and she gets healed a little bit and goes through the awakening, I feel like that is where I kind of got more into it, and I was like, okay.
Good shit.
Yeah, I like these.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I just hate that I picked one. I purposefully picked one. It was just one book because I thought it'd be like a standalone one and done. And then the cliffhanger happened, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Just die for another 6 to 18 months.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
Not Tisha going and looking up previous books this author had written and how quickly they came out one after the other. She texted me,
Yeah.
well, she wrote one in 2015 and the sequel came out in 2016, so there's hope.
Yeah. Because this one came out last year, right?
Last year, yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully, in the next 6 months, we'll have it. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, dying.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions, comments, things that you liked, you want to add?
Did you see the healer's son? Like, did you see that coming when he came back and tried to kill them?
No! The Panther. No, I did not. I thought he was just a bratty teenager.
Yeah.
So that was probably my first shock of the book.
Yeah.
But then immediately after that was Messer, so I kind of tied that all together in my head.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that shocked me.
I also want to know more about this. Was it Wells and his wife, Olivia, I think?
His friends he took him to.
Yeah. that
Yeah.
she already knew her from
Yes,
when she
from
was a kid.
childhood.
Yeah, I was like,
But she didn't remember though.
yeah,
I don't think. She didn't remember. I don't trust anything about Jovi now.
right? I'm like, she's an
I almost
unreliable first person narrator,
She's unreliable. I kind of want to go read it again knowing that she's bad and seeing what I can
right?
pick up.
I'm like, what did I miss?
Yeah.
How did
If you
how
pick
did
it
I
up,
miss
man,
this the whole fucking time?
Yep. Man, gets you thinking.
Yeah.
You could be editing the pod and you're gonna be like, how many times did we say, in this episode?
A lot.
522.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's all I have.
I have notes because I was taking notes as I was reading, and I was like, wait a minute.
Good for you.
So when she's like training with the army or whatever, and they are talking about Hollis lost a hand, I was like, wait a minute, when did he lose a hand? But I think I remember he said when they were first getting back, he's like, because she had the dream about him and Hollis, and Hollis is like, so you're gonna go find her? And he's like, yeah, I'll be back soon. He's like, okay, we'll shoot the flare, blah blah blah. And I think he was telling her about like when they went to war or whatever, the service. That's when he lost his hand, but I can't
Yeah.
remember. Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
no, he told them a story about them having to go to battle as kids because she hated the fact that they all like were recruited at 12 or whatever for the guard.
Yeah.
So he was he was like a squire.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, that's how he lost his hand, yeah.
Yeah. So I also wonder, it starts out, they're on the market and he touches her and she has this like searing pain, but she doesn't tell anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what is that? So that was part of her magic coming back to her. But like, I want to know what she was really thinking since she fucking knew everything. Was she there as bait to draw him in?
Oh, 100%.
So much.
Yep. 100%.
Before I knew, I put, are they mates? Is this why she's drawn to him?
We always assume. Mate.
Yep. I loved when he said, I looked for you in every market in Podunk Town, in every corner of every land. I searched each face for yours. I was like, oh.
See, I like him more than her now. I think she's a conniving little bitch.
Yeah.
I'm Team Acker.
Yeah. 100%. And I really thought,
make me mad.
Yeah, I really thought she was imagining it when she was in the water and then the storm came up or whatever, and she said it looked like there was a squid or something like moving the boat for them. I really thought she was like dreaming or something, but then we realized it's Messer.
Yeah.
She's like, what the hell?
Now, did she know that was Messer the whole time? Is the question.
Exactly.
I think she did.
I think so.
And she had to just
pretend.
Yeah.
And that's why she didn't give a lot of information, I guess. I don't know.
And that's why she wasn't, she was surprised, but that's why he didn't come when he knew that the guy was staying at her house. Mm-hmm. Because she was talking about how her bird hadn't come. Interesting.
Kitty. Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. Well, we don't know what we're talking about next week.
Yeah.
Do we? Nope, we don't. We decided this.
Yeah, do we want to do that? Yeah, there is Audible. We can use a credit or it's $17.
Credit's $15.
Yeah.
Girl math.
Free. All right. Well, so next week we will I can't talk. We will be talking about Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. So yeah, go follow our socials and leave us a comment if you've read this, what you think, because we're so confused. So having anybody to bounce that off of would be great.
Yep. Please.
So yeah, we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.